There comes a moment in every man's life when he looks in the mirror and for the first time he notices the lines on his foes. It's the silver strands in his beard, the slower recovery, it's the subtle shift. And in that quiet moment when the noise of youth fades, he asks himself, am I still attractive? Do women still notice him as my best already behind me? But what the world doesn't tell you, what most men never discover, is this. There is a kind of beauty, a quiet, magnetic, commanding beauty that only a mature man can possess. You see, youth may grab attention, but it's often shallow, loud, and fleeting. Mature masculine energy, that's different. It doesn't chase. It doesn't compete. It doesn't need to be loud, because it's felt in the air before a single word is spoken. Women don't just see an older man, they sense him in the way he holds eye contact without needing validation. In the way he listens with patience instead of rushing to impress. In the way he walks, not fast, not slow, but with purpose. In the way he dresses, speaks, thinks, refined, collected, intentional. It's not about looking younger. It's about becoming sharper, more stoic, more indelible. Because, let's be clear, a man who's lived through failure and fire, it carries his scars like armor, who doesn't need attention but attracts it effortlessly. That man is dangerous. That man is rare. That man is desirable. This video is not for boys who want quick tips to look cold. For men who want to become timeless. For men who are no longer chasing youth but are ready to embrace the next level of attraction that only maturity can offer. So, you've ever felt the sting of invisibility? If you've ever wondered whether women still feel something when they look? Or if you just know deep down that you're meant to walk this world with a presence that speaks without words, then stay with me. Because these 7 Stoic attraction secrets are going to shift the way you see yourself and the way women see you forever. Let's begin. There's a strange, almost silent pressure modern men face the moment they hit here, late 30s, 40s, and beyond. A pressure that whispers through the media, hides inside dating culture, and creeps into the mirror with each passing year. It tells you that as you age, your power fades. Your desirability, your relevance fades. You're told to slow down. To step aside. The younger men take the spotlight while you quietly become a background character in your own story. And most men accept that narrative. They stop trying. They start hiding. They begin to believe that looking good, commanding attention, inspiring desire, those things belong to the past. But there's the truth that almost no one will tell you. A man's attractiveness doesn't fade with age. It deepens, sharpens, it multiplies. If he understands how to carry it, because unlike youth, Wick relies on energy and aesthetics, masculine. Attraction is built on gravity. It's the strength behind your silence, the steadiness in your walk, the discipline in your body. Fericness of your thoughts, the qualitof, your presence when you enter a room and don't say a word. And yet every woman notices you see. The truly good-looking older man isn't defined by Botox, filters, or desperate style changes. He's defined by something ancient and primal, something women feel but rarely explain. A presence that comes from Amun, who's lived deeply, suffered silently, and mastered himself completely. He knows what to wear but doesn't chase trends, keeps himself fit but doesn't flex, speaks little but says more with his eyes than Mosmans say in paragraphs. He isn't fleshy but his aura leaves an imprint, and here's what makes it even more powerful. Most men will never become him because most men run from aging. But the high-value man, the stoic man, doesn't run. Hierophanesis, he doesn't fear the mirror. He respects it. He doesn't dress to look chungar. He dresses to look timeless. He doesn't compete with boys. He leads like ya, man. In this video, I'm going to hand you 7 powerful principles that separate average aging from iconic presents. These are the secrets that make women look twice. Not because of your age, but because of the weight you carry with it. So, if you've ever felt like you were slowly being erased from this conversation, if you've ever felt invisible in a world that celebrates youth but forgets Maddie, or if you simply want to become thickened of man who ages not with fear, but with unmatched elegance, strength, and indeniable attractiveness, then this video is your moment. Let's unlock the 7 Stoic secrets to banga, good-looking older man, and show through her that your prime is just beginning. Point 1 on your age-like armor. Not a wound time doesn't break a real man, it builds him. And yet so many men aging like a slow death sentence, they start hiding behind hair dye, filters, exaggerated clothing, or shallow humor. They fear each birthday like it's a countdown to irrelevance. But a stoic man, grounded, high-value man, doesn't view age as decline. He sees it as proof that he's survived, grown, endured. Proof that he's Arnita's gravity. Every scar, wrinkle, and gray hair becomes a badge of character. Not a blemish. Your age isn't something to mask, dote. It's something to master. When you walk into a room, you don't try to out-youth younger men. You outwar them. You out-calm them. You out-know them. You'll bring the weight of experience, not for appraisal, but because the fire no longer burns. You became it. And that, brother, is power that can't be faked. To upgrade your aura, not just your apprehension. Unique, can dress well, but few men know how to wear energy because, and you cross into mature masculinity attract is no longer a botsard's dot. It's about signal, the way you carry yourself, your eye contact, the pace of your breath, the energy behind your silence. This is where the true good looks of a man live. You don't need to be conventionally handsome. You just need to be intentionally composed. When your aura says, I don't chase back as I attract. I don't prove because I embody. I don't speak because my presence already does. That's when people, especially women, can't stop watching you. Style. It's part of it. A tailored shirt, clean boots, a scent that lingers in the hallway. It all matters. But those are just extensions off your core refinement. Upgrade your aurite, and the room won't care how old you are. They'll only wonder why they can't stop feeling your presence. 3. Train your body to be a temple, not a trophy. You've seen the type. Men who still try to outlift 20-year-olds, flexing endlessly, training for attention. High in aesthetics and low on function. But a man of substance doesn't train for applause. He trains for command. Helps to stay strong enough to carry his own life and the weight of others when needed. He runs so he can play with his future children or walk miles insolence. He stretches so he ages with grace, not stiffness. You are not sculpting a statue. You are maintaining a vehicle for excellence. It's a strong body in your 40s, 50s, and beyond, tells the world. This man respects himself. He honors his vessel. It's not waiting for life to slow down. He's staying ready for everything. Trust this. No woman's impressed by 6 apps if the man behind them is insecure. But a broad-shouldered, calm-eyed, firm grip. Older man with integrity in his spine. That's not fitness. That's feminine magnetism in motion. 4. Radiant, unshakable stillness. The sexiest energy on earth. Masculine beauty and loud. It isn't in flashy clothes or clever pick-up lines. It's in stillness. The stillness of a man who doesn't react emotionally to the chaos around him. Who doesn't need to win every argument what pauses before he speaks. And when heavenly speaks, it lands. That kind of man disarms people, especially women, because most men fidget, overshare, compete, or interrupt. But the man who leans back in his chair, who listens without trying to fix, who holds eye contact without agenda. That man is remembered long after he leaves. Why? Because stillness implies mastery. It tells her, I've been through fire. I'm no longer afraid of it. Says, I'm not trying to impress you. I'm already impressed by who Eve Beckham. That calm, that restraint, that internal gravity, it's the rarest form of masculine attractiveness. And the best part? It can't be bought. Dot dot. It must be forged. 5. Live with elegance in the details. That's where women fall. Here's the truth. Most men live like they're barely holding things together. Dishes piled, clothes wrinkled, lives scattered. They don't realize the most attractive men era chicks of their environment. The way your space smells, the way you pour her tea, the way your home is clean, minimalist, and deeply intentional. It's not about luxury. It's about elegance. Elegance is the rhythm of your life. That come of your mornings. The glass off whiskey you sip slowly at night. The handwritten notes you still keep. The quiet music playing while you read. This attention to detail tells her something. This man doesn't just exist. He curates life. And when a woman enters your world and sees that even your silence has style, she want to stay? Not because you begged, but because your life feels better than the noise outside. 6. Speak with wisdom, not volume on your youth. You may have spoken often to be heard, but now you speak, so your words carry weight. This is what separates the average man from the magnetic one. He doesn't talk to be admired. He talks to connect. Ask her deeper questions. Listen for meaning, not just for replies. Compliment her in ways that touch the soul, not the ego. Speak slowly. Let the lens stretch. Be okay with not filling every gap because your presence is already speaking volumes. And when you speak, let your voice sound like it's been seasoned by storms and softened by insight. Not performative, not cocky. Just real, because women aren't impressed by noise. Their movid be truth. 7. Have a mission that doesn't involve her but makes her want to be part of it. Most magnetic man is the one woe. Doesn't make woe men the center of his universe. He has their purpose, a Kodia direction. He wakes up not for likes but for legacy he's building. Something, a business, a philosophy, a discipline, a body of work. Because off this, he doesn't need constant validation. He isn't available 24/7. He doesn't chase. Simply becoming woe he was meant to be. And when Chas sees that, she doesn't feel excluded. She feels invited to witness. Support. To align with that journey, women fall hardest for men whose eyes are set on something larger than approval, because it makes them feel safe, like they're choosing a man who knows where he's going. This is the fine layer of good looks as an older man proposed, because it sharpens your eyes. 8. Straightens your spine, and it reminds her, this man isn't trying to impress me. He's trying to build something eternal, and that's the kind of man who gets remembered forever. So now you know. You don't need Tach's youth. You don't need to compete with latter men. And you certainly don't need to beg for attention. In a world are addicted to surface-level beauty, because when you live like this with intention in your rituals, stillness in your soul, discipline in your body, and direction in your life, you don't have to prove your value anymore. You simply radiate it. You become the kind of man that doesn't need to ask for respect. These people feel at the moment you enter the room. You become the man women secretly crave. Not because of your hairline or bank account, but because when they stand in your presence, they feel the one thing they've been starving for: safety, depth, and masculine elegance. So, if you felt something in this message, if one of these 7 Stoic secrets made you stop and think, that's not by accident. That's your inner potential waking up. And now it's time to go further, because this isn't just a video. This is a philosophy, a way of living, a brotherhood of men who are done pretending and ready to lead with quiet strength. If you're that kind of man or becoming him, then subscribe to the Stoic Current right now and tap that bell icon, because every week I'll be sharing new Stoic lessons, deep psychological growths, and powerful masculine insights that most men will never hear. The world is full of noise, Let's choose depth. Let's choose discipline. Let's choose a kind of manhood that doesn't fade. It intensifies. Stay strong. Stay grounded. And remember this. You are not getting golder. You are becoming sharper. Wiser. Harder to impress and impossible to replace. This is the Stoic current. And we don't age, we evolve. Until next time, stand tall, walk slow, and let your silence say everything.